imagination.
That's true.
Like, because I'm like, I can feel the tension in those games, but I'm not scared.
Yeah.
I'm like, that game came out 30 years ago. People don't look like that. That looks bad.
Like Laura Croft's boobs.
Like Laura Croft. Dude,
Final Fantasy 7.
Final Fantasy 7.
Final Fantasy 7. People be like,
block
Tifa. And you're like, you go back and you're like, Tifa was a block person.
I was like jacking off to Roblox.
Yeah,
And
literally.
welcome to the peel.
Welcome to the field.
Goofy.
Speaking about Roblox,
Yeah.
do you know that there's Roblox like jobs? Like full like ass careers.
Oh, yeah.
That people
Gosh,
do.
what?
Your brother's friend does stuff like that, right?
No. Yes.
Yeah,
he
you
does
know.
make a ton of money making like mods for Roblox and stuff. Like he did a JoJo like stand battle like, and I think it had like several million like plays. Like he made a fuck ton of money. He made like 30,000 in 3 months or
Would
something.
that be fun to play on stream, do you think?
I don't know. Maybe. I have never played Roblox in my life.
At this point,
Neither have I.
at this point
Yeah.
we'll just throw anything on stream, right?
It's like Minecraft.
I was
I
too
don't
old
know.
when it came out.
Can I-
Like,
Yeah.
Can I tell you? I've actually played Roblox.
What's Roblox?
Okay.
What's Roblox?
So
Give us the
Roblox.
rundown.
Well, it's pretty much it's a game. It's like Minecraft, but like more social. Because you just kind of like they like just have servers where you just do whatever. You can like play Fortnite mini games.
It's like people make game modes, right?
It's kind of, I assume it's a little bit like VR chat, but Minecrafty. All I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
is I got on a site of TikTok where people were talking about putting in like 30 to 40 hours a week working as a hotel manager and doing and training the security people and training the receptionist
in
and how
Roblox.
and Roblox. And I was like, wait, what do you mean training the receptionist? Like, well, I took
Training the security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like teaching them pathways to walk. Yeah,
they
that
were
sounds
like,
interesting.
They were like, I started as a receptionist, and then I was like a housekeeper for a little bit, but then I demoted, but then went back to receptionist, and then I like head receptionist, but I demoted myself to security guard so that I could learn all the roles at like Hotel Bloxton or something like that. Is what they said.
Oh my god.
And they were like, me in middle school, like I'd get home, like get on my job. Sometimes in class, I'd like go to the bathroom so I can like make the phone calls and the reservations. And I, with no concept of what Roblox is, I'm just like,
what are you talking?
well, how is this working? Like I'm just imagining like a person like on a phone, but I'm like, no, it's a video game.
Yeah.
Like, how is this working?
I'm just thinking like, why do you need like who's making messes in Roblox?
Yeah, there are so many people that
Young
were just
children, I guess.
There were so many people that were just like, learn all my basic job skills at Roblox.
Welcome to Roblox University.
I used to
Roblox
play.
kind of seems like
the time.
Minecraft meets Gary's Mod. to
Yeah,
me.
Yes.
yeah. I mean, like, I'm trying to find the best word phrase, but I feel like you got it there, Dathan.
It's like, dude, you know what? Minecraft is communism and Roblox is capitalism.
I used to play idle games in Roblox
Like
all the
gameplay.
time. Like they'd let
Like
you
Cookie Clicker?
No. Just
Or-
like where you're like, oh, pay to upgrade your store, restock your store.
Oh,
Then people
okay.
come in and buy things, and you buy more, and you build another store.
Oh,
The Roblox Brothels.
Ooh,
dude.
That's probably a mode.
That shit's fire.
No, they're real.
What? Who's having sex in Roblox?
They're
I
not.
guess-
It's like you pay to go into these rooms and chat with people that are presumably like females.
Oh, what is there? There's like
It's little middle schoolers like, hey,
babe.
I'm gonna pretend to be an
basically
adult.
sexting in Roblox.
I think the game
Commit not
called,
alive.
like I
that
am
bra
love.
skin you have on, sexy.
I forgot. There's this game that my sister used to play, and it was like super. I forgot what it was, but it was like you get the main thing about it is like buying outfits for your character.
IMVU.
IMVU.
Yeah.
IMVU has a good for remembering that.
Yeah, I would see like the little cash cards for it next to like Toontown and like
Wait.
Mabinogi.
What were the avatars? Like, what did they look like again?
They kind of they're old. They are trying to look kind of like
Were they
like
3D
Insta
avatars?
models. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
but like the
Okay.
textures are lower, but the clothes are
They
super
kind of look like
expensive.
Bratz dolls.
Yes.
And like the commercial's always like, you can have a boyfriend and you can live in an
yes, people
island.
date a
Yeah.
lot on it. But I recently saw it come back.
Live your
because
Hollywood dreams.
I saw this guy. He basically was like interviewing like a brothel in IMVU, and they were like, "Yeah, some people here are making like like 70K, 80K off their IMVU brothel. And I'm
We
like,
need to quit Twitch.
oh my God.
We get on Roblox and IMVU.
Yeah, and then they showed they have like their models, like they programmed them so that they could like go in different positions, but they're all like still like fully clothed because they have to wear IMVU clothes.
Yeah.
Like, IMVU has a lot of skimpy clothes, but you can't be naked. And then it's just
kids.
two people in like skimpy clothes, like doing like weird sex motions because that's like what the models were downloaded.
Oh, that's
my.
so gamer cringe.
And we're talking a lot about games right now, but it's really
This
funny.
is the gamer pod.
It's-
Yeah.
This is the gamer episode.
This
kinda
is
in
for
that
all you
mood.
gamers.
Yeah, all you IMVU and Roblox players.
Anybody
Yeah.
play Gaia?
Oh, I've never played, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I watched my sister play Gaia all the time, and you'd be like emo girl or emo boy,
Yeah.
right? And you get like wings. It's so fun.
Yeah, I played a lot of like MMOs with my brother as a kid. I would play like Maple Story.
Maple
Yeah,
Story.
I've had a lot of MMOs too, but MMOs don't have anything as crazy as like IMVU
Yeah.
or
But it's
like
like
Now it's all about
like
Genshin.
chat room games. Oh yeah, Genshin's big.
It's
Genshin's
super big
huge.
now.
I mean, it's getting a sci-fi spin-off.
What?
Warframe and Genshin, collab.
Oh
No.
but Warframe does not look fun to me.
It's
I
a grind.
It is a grind.
I hate procedural like generated games where they just like generate like the mission.
If you like just jumping around like a ninja, you like
Dude,
Warframe.
30
It is-
missions to unlock the new gun.
Yeah.
It is like if you want to be like a space ninja, play Warframe.
If you want to
Yeah.
you want to be like a cool Naruto shooter up, but you play Fortnite.
Yeah, like I see the audience that they're trying
Yeah.
to get.
Yeah, I've gotten a clip that it's like my Warframe runs as fast as the Flash, and it's like, and I'm like, okay, that looks
Okay.
fun.
Like,
Yeah, that looks
Our
fun.
friend showed me a video where it was faster than the Flash because
Like
like,
Initial
the
D.
game couldn't even keep up with how fast he had programmed his character to go. The game was just like trying to keep up with the avatar. It's not the game wasn't even loading. It was just a stream of light.
Yeah, my brother and all of his friends were like, they have like their Warframe phases. Like every like couple years, they'll just like get really into Warframe. And the thing about Warframe is it's basically you just grind for like the parts to build your next like suit of armor, like Warframe armor. And each Warframe gives you like special abilities and stuff, and each Warframe's like built different. But you'd have to do these like specific quests that appear during like certain like weeks or certain times of day. And so they would all have an app on their phone that would like notify them when these missions were available. So every time I would like hang out with my brother, he'd be like, oh, mission's up.
That's smart.
Gotta do that when I get
That's
back.
No, you can't let a video game control your life like that.
Well,
I'm
he
like-
put timers on to like limit how much time he spent on it, right? That's
And I'm
smart.
like, Jordan, and he's like, oh, my Warframe's finished crafting. I gotta hop on when I get home.
Oh my god!
I would do that exact thing with Dauntless all the time. The Monster Hunter Fortnite.
You played Dauntless?
Oh yeah, a
Dude,
bunch.
I don't know anyone who played Dauntless.
I played it. I got the Game Pass and everything.
What's Dauntless?
It's what I just said.
Yeah,
It's Monster Hunter plus Fortnite?
Yeah.
yeah. I
Wait,
saw
what? I don't even know how that would work.
Yeah, I saw a trailer
It's
for
the
it
Monster Hunter
once.
format, just with Fortnite graphics.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I was like, Battle Royale, but you kill big monsters?
I mean, honestly, that sounds kind of sick.
It does. Make
That
it a
sounds
game
like a
epic.
big Fortnite event.
Get on top of that.
Yeah.
Collab
or
your games.
Didn't like COD have like a thing where like Godzilla fought like King Kong or something on a map?
COD?
I think I heard.
COD?
That sounds way more creative than anything COD could do.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe I dreamed this.
It's a good dream.
Probably
It's a
did.
great dream.
Treyarch hasn't made anything interesting since like 2010.
You know what's sad? I had just had a dream last night where I spent like $1,000 on cool shit, and then I was thinking to myself in the dream, holy fuck, I can't afford this.
Oh my god! What were some of the cool things you got?
Like, I bought like an extra Oculus Quest for like stream stuff.
Oh, so that we could like
Play
party
together?
together? Oh,
Yeah,
man.
And like,
that would be dope.
Two-player
That'd be
games.
sick.
Imagine
now.
playing Echo, but we're on the same. But like when we go next to each other, we're actually passing by
Like,
each
what's
other.
up?
yeah, and I bought like a bunch of like stream equipment, and then like at the end of the dream, I'm like, oh my god, I can't pay rent.
Now you got me wanting
And
to
then I
play
woke up and I was
Echo.
like, What an awful dream.
Yeah, that's a terrible dream.
I'm not gonna lie. That happens to me too, where like I'm having like a great dream and then reality hits like right before I wake up.
Yeah.
Like it always is right before like I wake up. Like I'm like, fuck. Oh, what would this entail if I actually did this?
Dude, that's been what's been happening to me with like sexy dreams.
Oof.
Like I have them, and then at the end, it's like, okay, that's gonna be $5,000, and I'm like, no, I'm this guy now. This is my life.
Well,
I can't afford this.
Yeah, and then I wake up in a cold sweat.
Dude,
Damn.
you should
I
have a
wake
towel
up
on
in
your.
cold sweats more than I should.
Yeah.
Dude, I bought a body pillow. That's what I didn't want to show you, Dyson.
Oh, yeah, I read that said body pillow on the front of the box.
Oh shit!
It didn't even work.
Damn it!
It didn't even work.
And I was like, and you're like, oh, it's nothing. I'm like, mm-hmm.
Dude, I've been sleeping very well with it.
Well, do you just like wrap, like cuddle it, basically?
Cradle it. Yeah, because I kind of already like cradle my like one of my pillows.
I cradle
already.
my pillow when I
Yeah,
sleep.
so do I.
Dude, cradling a body pillow, I don't know why. I just feel loved and I pass out.
Just put a
Dude.
cute anime girl
Yeah,
on
for your,
it.
I am not.
For birthday and Christmas, we're all gonna get you different like potty pillow slips. that
I
you
need
can put on.
pillow stuffing.
I mean, I
honestly.
wouldn't hate that.
I still have that.
But like,
I have
don't
a
give me
sleeve.
like sexy anime girls.
Yeah.
Get me like
I'll get you modest anime girls.
That sounds worse.
or dudes. You can give me dudes. I don't care.
Speaking of dudes, I have Voltron. Sexy white hair boy.
Oh,
You have a
Oh, you know who? One of our friends also has one of those.
Yeah,
right?
I have it. It's mine.
oh, they gave it
They
to
gave
you?
it to
Oh,
me.
gave it to
yeah,
you?
It's
because
mine,
I was about to
'cause they gave
say.
it to me.
I remember when they bought that.
And they
Yeah.
they didn't take it back, so I guess thank you.
Yeah, you just need
Do you have a body pillow to
It's just
put
a
it on?
pillowcase, right?
But I need the stuffing.
No, you don't
you
stuff
need-
it. You put
no,
it.
it's a
You
ca-
just put a pillow inside.
It's like a
of it.
big pillow.
Yeah, it's a pillowcase.
Oh, so how do I fix my? I have a body pillow. I just need to.
Yeah,
It's
you
all
just-
it's
you
all
just put it
sweaty
on.
and I need to buy a new one, I guess.
Oh, because you didn't put a pillowcase
Dathan,
on it.
what's the website?
I just got the body pillow and then like a basic sheet that goes over it because I wasn't thinking anime girls.
You don't instantly think anime girls when you think of body pillow?
No,
Dude, I
Wow,
do.
I
was-
wish
I was
I wish I was you.
I
wish I
was
was you
thinking
too.
I'm lonely and I want comfort when I sleep.
I have a big old pickle pillow.
Yeah,
that
I was about to say
like,
you have a
cuddle.
big pickle pillow.
Yeah.
You love pickles there, Dyson.
What's it called? The pod pillow thing reminded me of like a clip I saw of this person being like this like Twitch streamer being like, these are my boyfriend's body pillows. And I love them all. And she like shows all three of them. And the last one is like a cat girl. And some of the comments are like, are you fucking for real? The cat girl is 9 months old.
Wait, what do you mean 9 months old?
She's like, because she's a cat girl. She ages quick. And I was just like typical gamer behavior.
The only cat girl I
Yeah,
will
that's the one
accept.
thing. I
Then
swear to God, everybody, all the sheets you get me better be adults. I
Yes,
swear to God,
yes,
I will
No,
yes.
we're not freaks.
We're not
Because like
freaks.
for a moment when I got the body pillow, I did like think later like, oh man, I should get like Gong and Killua. Then I was like, no, no, I shouldn't.
No,
Because you're like, oh, I love Golden Killer. But then you're like,
you don't love God.
You know who
I don't love like maybe his like adult body, like Gong in his adult
what about
body.
Ahsoka?
Huh?
Ahsoka.
Oh,
Or
it could be a
Kakashi.
funny body.
Kakashi.
And him
Dude.
being like,
Oh, yes, yes, for Christmas. I swear to God, please get me this. Ahsoka's kind of sexy.
Ahsoka is kind of sexy. Creepy and gross as fuck, but
Oh, yeah.
sexy.
You know what? You know what I'd like?
What?
I'd like the Toad Sage.
The Toad Sage?
Yeah, and some like
was that
frog boxers.
Jiraiya?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the fucking frog.
No.
Like just the toad. When
No,
I was like,
Jiraiya.
oh, that sits on his shoulder.
Okay, but I'm like, that would be a cute pillow though. Just like a big toad pillow.
Just a big toad.
I was like when I was like looking up. I used to really want to get really big stuffed animals for my exes, and like there was this one I always eyeballed, which was a giant shark that you could like shove your body in.
Shove.
That's cool, actually.
Like how
And,
much
you're
is your body
swallowing
in?
by you're being like
How
your whole
big was
body,
it?
your whole body. Like it was a whole. It's like a
Also,
sleeping bag,
How
but
much
a pillow.
would that cost?
It was very expensive.
Yeah.
Like over $200.
Yeah, stuffed animals.
Oh my god.
There was another one, like a Snorlax one. You had to buy stuffing for too, like a giant
Oh.
Snorlax sleeping bag. Like
Oh, you know
like
what?
bean
Love
bag.
that.
If I ever have that kind of money, I'm gonna get you one of those.
That would
so you
be
could
cool.
stuff yourself
Dude,
inside of Snorlax.
Like a
Not a
race car.
Snorlax, a shark. The Snorlax was like a bean
No,
bag.
but like a race car bed, but it's a Snorlax would be cool.
Wait, a Snorlax beanbag? That's
Yeah.
that would
even
look
better.
sick here.
I remember-
we needed that. We need that.
GameStop was selling it
nerds.
at one point, but it was like really expensive, like over
Yeah,
200
yeah.
bucks.
Dude, I've like quadrupled the amount of Pokemon that I know now.
From that stream.
From that stream, I know Patrat.
Yeah.
I know Purloin.
Yeah, that's my mom's
Um,
buddy partner.
Huh?
I
On
help my
Pokemon
mom
Go?
pick
Oh yeah, I
out.
forgot your parents play a lot of Pokemon Go.
It's because it's a really nice way to connect with your family members. I nickname them so I can send them gifts whenever I want.
Yeah, I found out that like a lot of like older people really fell in love with Pokemon
Dyson's
Go.
parents
It's
love Pokemon
easy.
Go.
Yeah, my dad
get
loves
out
Pokemon
of the
Go.
house.
My friend Cassie, her parents love Pokemon Go.
My dad loves Pokemon Go so much that when he would pick me up from high school, he would stop by the park near our house just to spin the Pokestop and then keep on driving.
I remember our theater teacher Dathan from high school. He would always like come late. Remember that?
Oh,
He would
showing
come
up
late.
late because he was like, "Hey, I had to hit the Pokestops."
There was a
before."
gym I had to beat.
Yeah.
Hey, there was a Mega Abomasnow raid.
Well, this was when I first started, so not that, but you get it.
I did think it was cute though. I never really liked playing Pokemon Go, mostly just because I don't like walking around with my phone out. When it was like especially when like it first came out, you had to like walk around.
Yeah.
But I do remember like you beating a gym and then it being beaten like right after. And we're like, who was that? And then like somebody like we used to know walked by and was like, hey guys, and we're like, oh, it's.
Oh,
Now I'm gonna beat the
that's
shit out of
actually
you.
really cool.
You beat my Pokemon, I beat you.
Yeah.
2016.
Yeah.
When it came out.
What a great
Pokemon
time.
Go when it first came out was like a little
would
bit
hang
of
out
world,
at the cemetery.
It's like
It took the world by storm.
yeah, it was like almost. It's what I imagine world peace would feel like.
It was. I remember the first time, like after the first 2 weeks, we were hanging out, and like it was like the first time like everyone had really gotten, and there was 4 of you guys playing Pokemon Go, and I wasn't, and I was just like, what can I do? And then our friend Andrew had a Viking hat, and I remember I just put it on, and I was just the guy in the back with the Viking hat, and people were like, "What?" I remember this one guy came up, like this older. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
No.
No, okay.
I remember the Viking. I know
Yeah,
the Viking hat, but not the scenario.
But I remember the older guy walking up to us and being this older guy walked up to us and was like, "Wow, really? This generation on their phones?" And I said, "Well, I'm in a Viking hat."
Should I go get my Viking hat right now?
Yeah, Pokemon Go was like one of those things. It, like during 2016 when like things were just like felt like everything was falling apart, kind of like now. But
Yeah.
but Donald Trump's like initial like storm. But like people kind of were so excited about it that they forgot about all the like horrible things, and everybody was just thinking about Pokemon Go.
So much so that people would run into like police stations because they're just so into the game, trying to
Right.
forget about it.
Dude,
Yeah, it's kind of like how I've been feeling like researching James Webb
Oh,
recently.
Oh, you've been looking into the telescope.
Yeah, you watched. You
I
were
listened to the daily episode. It was
Okay,
interesting.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to talk about that at all?
Yeah, I can talk about for a little bit. So NASA just in like December of last year launched their newest deep space telescope, the James Webb Telescope. It cost us $10 billion to make because because one of the things was
is that what the new pictures came from?
Yeah.
I heard it took like 15 years to like get everything up and running. Basically,
yeah because when they first did Hubble, they miscalculated the it's like an 8-foot telescope lens, and they miscalculated the curve of the telescope by 2 microns. It was like 2 microns too thick, and for reference, a micron is like
the width of a sheet of paper.
No, it's like a hundredth of a width of.
Oh, really?
Or yeah, it's like something like really thin like that.
Yeah.
Hey,
God.
yeah. Maybe you guys will know.
You guys can like look
Google
it up
it.
and verify.
That's
but
so thin.
yeah. So they messed up by that much. So the images that came out of it were really blurry. So
They basically had to give it glasses.
yeah, they had to give it like corrective lenses to fix to
They had
fix
to
the
give it
telescope.
that. What's the like laser eye surgery that you can get?
I don't know the actual name, but
Okay.
like
Oh, LASIK.
LASIK.
Yeah, they had to
LASIK.
get it that LASIK.
yeah.
Get on the clutch.
Dude, there was a chance it could have gone blind.
I want James to be personified, and he'll have glasses.
Yeah, and they initially thought James Webb was going to cost like $1 billion, like $2 billion, somewhere in that range. And they just it took them, it was like way harder, right?
Yeah. They had to like go back because so this new telescope, the lens, like the mirrors on the lens, instead of 8 feet, it's 21 feet wide, and you can't launch that up into space because we don't have a rocket that can carry that. Like, so they had to break it up into a bunch of hexagonal pieces
And like assemble it.
it in space.
Oh, that's
Dude,
so cool.
all I knew about this was
In
whatever
space.
Hank
That's
Green
awesome.
tweeted. And so I was like, oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's some Voltron shit.
How
Like-
many space stations do we have in space? I don't even know.
Well, we have the International Space Station. We have a lot of satellites.
yeah.
So the International Space Station is where it was sent?
No, it's-
I think
it's
it
in
just
deep
got
space.
assembled in
No,
air.
it's like fucking far out.
The assembly process.
No, I think it was like automated, probably.
Yeah,
like
it's
up
automated.
there.
It's
like
automated.
robots.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
by
has to
robots.
assemble itself.
Yeah,
in
like a-
space.
We're living in the future. This is weird.
like Power Rangers, like Megamorphine.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
conscious and
Yeah, so they had to get this 21-foot like mirror set up, perfectly like calibrated and aligned, and has to assemble itself perfectly on the first try.
Within the, like a micron range.
Yeah, because we can't go out and fix it like we did Hubble.
Yeah.
So that's why it took like 15 years longer and like $9 billion more than initially planned. But
The pictures,
so
Gorgeous.
amazing.
gorgeous. And aren't we like seeing like 15 billion years ago or something like that?
Yeah, we're able to look into the beginning of the universe.
Yeah, wild. And I saw like the black, like you saw this is a black hole sucking this in, and I'm like, cool, this is dope.
Milky Way, we're going up.
Yeah, we'll like throw some pictures up and like link
Yeah.
them in the show
And
notes.
it's crazy that aliens came up. And they
Yeah.
were green and gray and had big old
Well,
heads.
that's actually something that's really interesting about the James Webb. We're actually able to look at a lot of these planets that initially we there was no way we were going to get any data about them, and we're actually able to, through like cross-referencing, I think it's like heat wave, like ultraviolet light, or infrared light. We're actually able to get a lot of data on these planets that are otherwise like impossible, so far beyond our scope of being able to detect and like actually run tests on and stuff. So we're actually going to be able to like find out if there's like any terrestrial like possible alien
Or maybe
species out there.
early life, maybe.
I know we've been
Like,
sending
hopefully.
like binary code with like pictures to like space for so long.
Pictures of naked people.
Pictures of naked people so they know what we look like.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, that's good so that they don't just be like,
Dude,
kill that.
everybody who was like, wow, why are we sending alien nudes? And I'm like, because if we send them pictures of us clothed, they'd think that's part of our skin.
Yeah, true.
Why do you think
Like
people
they
from
might
like, the
not wear
past-
clothes.
Yeah. You don't know how they're suited to their environment.
Yeah, they might be much more superior
They
to
might
us.
be gaseous.
Yeah, they might be gaseous. Dude, I want to meet some gaseous aliens.
Right.
Yo,
Rick and Morty.
If any gaseous aliens are listening to the pod, hit us up.
Dude,
What if like our pod was the one thing to be like picked up by aliens?
10,000 light years in the future, like it like hit the airwaves just right.
Yeah,
and they're
they
like,
get a dick joke.
yeah, they get and they're like, huh, that was funny. Let me catch this signal more. And they're like, damn, man, I wish I was there 10,000 light years ago.
They start making YouTube accounts to subscribe to us. And I think the possibility that aliens have interacted with us, I think, are like less than like 2%.
No,
what
for
about
sure.
all those big blocks blocks, you know?
Those big
What do you
blocks.
mean
Big
big blocks?
stone blocks that were made by ancient civilizations.
You mean-
Oh my
no,
god!
they
Is
were-
this some ancient aliens
They were
bullshit?
created by angels.
Ancient alien
who were actually aliens.
Ancient alien theories just discrediting people of color being able to build monuments.
Yeah.
That's really what it
Unskilled
is.
labor, and then you look into it and you find like,
You're like-
documents. They
Oh,
were
it
almost
was.
entirely skilled.
They,
Yeah.
yes,
All of them were, like,
Egyptians had
masons.
pulleys.
You're like,
Believe it or
and
not.
you're like,
Believe it.
oh, Central America had good mathematics.
If you wanna watch like a wild video on YouTube, I highly recommend The History of the World from Spirit Science. What a weird, what a
Oh, wild.
such a
Oh,
wild
yeah, that is
video.
wild.
Speaking of wild videos, Miguel.
Oh, so I saw this like 2 a.m. last night. It was like a video of Jim Carrey, right? Because you know, like Jim Carrey's like back in like the public eye because he did like a interview where he was all like, Hollywood's not the cool kids club anymore after the Chris Rock slap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people are like, Jim Carrey's so awesome, so woke, even though he's an anti-vaxxer. Like he allegedly like drove his like girlfriend to suicide.
What?
His ex, yeah, and I caught a clip of him when he was like 49, and Emma Stone was 29. No, 20. Sorry,
20?
was 20.
Oh,
That's
God.
worse.
He was 49, and it's just him being like, Emma Stone, I find you beautiful inside and out.
This is a message for Emma Stone. Emma, I just wanted to let you know that I think you're all the way beautiful. Not just pretty, but, you know, smart and kind-hearted.
And you're like, okay, that's a little weird, but whatever. And then he keeps on going. And it's like, our babies would be beautiful.
And if I were a lot younger, I would marry you. And we would have chubby little freckle-faced kids. We'd laugh all day long, and go camping and play Yahtzee and tell ghost stories by the fire.
And then he keeps on going, and he's like, the sex would be amazing.
Oh my
But
God.
I am a 49-year-old man, and I am not age appropriate.
And the sex. And every day for the rest of your life, you would thank God that I was the appropriate age for you. God, I'm not. I'm 49. I have lines on my face, sometimes a little gray in my beard, and it takes me a lot longer to pee than it used to. These are the only discernible signs of aging that I can find so far. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know how I felt. I think you're pretty special. And I wish you continued success and artistic fulfillment. But most of all, I wish you love and contentment. That's all.
And he goes on for like a minute or two, and then at the end, I showed it to Dyson, and Dyson thought it was over. But I was like, you're missing the best part, because it had no audio. Him mouthing, "I love you," at the very end twice. Because he was, at the end he's like, "I wish you happiness and a person your age that you can love." And then he was like, yeah, and it's the creepiest shit. 49-year-old Jim Carrey to 20-year-old Emma Stone.
He's crazy.
Yeah, it's only like a minute long, so like beep right here.
Yeah, I brought up like before the podcast, like, yeah, Miguel has a Jim Carrey video he wants to show you guys, and like Dathan joked, like, yeah, no comedians like
Are mentally stable.
mentally stable.
They're not.
It's true.
Well, are we comedians?
Okay, here's my theory. The more funny you are, the more messed up in here.
I think it's just the territory, though, half the time.
Dude,
Yeah, turning like
also-
tragedy into comedy.
Yeah.
Plus, comedy clubs are such guy spaces, or such like boys clubs.
Well, like, girls always go with like their guy friends most of the time, probably.
Well, no, just stand-up comedy. It's
I mean,
just,
I
like,
don't
very,
go often, so I don't know.
Like,
Well, and that's why a lot of like female
Male-dominated.
comedians like feel the need to like do the like I'm a slut jokes.
Yeah.
because that's what guys like.
Also, everybody like hating Sarah Silverman for so long, and I'm just like,
oh my god.
and I'm just like, yeah, like, because that honestly, that was like the way she got an audience.
yeah.
If you're a female comedian, like now it's better, like
Sarah Silverman?
because the internet helps a bit.
She
Sorry.
she was the
She's
Really big. She was in a lot of roasts.
Yeah, she was a big comedian.
she was the little candy girl from Wreck-It Ralph.
And she became a big voice actor because she has like a very cute voice.
People don't like her.
Yeah, because like she made like a
Really,
lot.
she'd be funny
She
on
made like a
stage.
lot of sex jokes and stuff, but that's just because that was what came with the territory at the time.
That's what they were.
popularized that?
What they wanted from her.
But yeah, now we get like what's her name?
Taylor Tomlinson.
Taylor Tom, like stuff
Tomlinson.
like that.
I'm butchering
Yeah.
your name. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, like she's hilarious.
yeah, if,
Hilarious.
Taylor Tomlinson, if you're listening to the podcast, please comment down below how to pronounce your name.
It's not that hard to pronounce. I think it is like Tomlinson or something.
Yeah, but just to make sure, I want to hear it from the source.
Your name is definitely Taylor.
Yeah, your first name. She's like, it's Tyler.
Tyler.
She's super funny though.
She is super funny.
Yeah. Another comedian that I think is a female that's just not funny though. Amy Schumer.
Oh, I was hoping someone would say that.
Yeah.
My parents love Amy Schumer.
I just don't. She just doesn't. Her executions aren't. They're lackluster.
Yeah, I don't think she's
sometimes.
funny and
Like, the way
everything.
she makes
but I
jokes.
kind of get why older people watch her. She's kind of very like a lax watch.
Mm.
She has a lot of shows too. Like she doesn't. I feel like most people aren't even like big like Amy Schumer like stand up fans anymore because she's had so much like TV programs at this point.
Right.
Well, she's probably. She's trying to be more of a comedic
I
actor
love-
like Chris Pratt.
Like her
Like
skit show where
like
she
her
stole.
from what's it called? Mad.
Oh, just stole from a
whatever.
bunch of people.
Ellen, she stole some of those.
And I should specify, not her, but her writing
Writers.
team.
Yeah.
Because she
Usually
wasn't the
that's
one
what
that
it is.
wrote all those skits.
No person that has a skit show writes every single skit.
Yeah, not even Key and Peele.
Not even Key
They have
and
a room
Peele.
of people.
It's a room of people. Just like Saturday Night Live, you think the cast is the one writing the jokes? They have a team.
Yeah.
There's a whole TV show about this concept called 30 Rock. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's
30
the whole.
Rock.
That's the whole gimmick.
I've never seen 30 Rock, but I've seen clips.
Yeah, Amy Schumer.
Does it look funny?
No, not Amy Schumer.
I hear the same thing like
Tina Fey.
like everyone says about like a bunch of like cult classic like sitcoms where like it takes like almost the whole first season before it gets good. You know, like everyone says that about like
Every
like
comedy
every cult
show.
classic
Yeah.
comedy,
Like-
Parks and Recs, The Office.
Friends till you get to season 5.
Honestly, skip the first season of The Office. It's only like 8 episodes, and it's all bad.
It's all bad. It's like they didn't get their dry humor yet, which I personally didn't like as a whole later on that much.
Yeah.
I just cringed too much, but it
But, like,
has
you
its
got it.
audience. It has its audience, but they got it in season 2.
They did.
Yeah.
I have only seen like maybe a total of like 6 or 7 The Office episodes in my life,
I've
and
seen.
it was just when my sister was watching.
I've seen the whole show.
I've seen
So have
pretty
I.
much the whole show. Personally,
I've seen all
I mean,
of
like I'm
Parks and
missing
Recs,
season 8, I think, and
which is like
7.
from what I hear, basically like very similar because it's by the same
But better.
writers.
Yeah.
But better. Hot
But
take.
better. Hot take.
Well, it's actually not that much of a hot take now.
There's
People are
so-
starting to recognize Parks and Rec.
There's so many memes from Parks and Rec. Like, don't understand. Wait, no, not that one.
Also, it's got Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza is
Aubrey
so
Plaza's
funny.
hilarious.
Yes.
Have you guys seen Funny People?
Yes.
Ooh.
She's the
No.
best part of it. She's so funny.
Is she a funny? You'd say she's a funny person?
Funny person,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, and I watched an interview where they were talking about they were only hiring comedians. They only wanted stand-up comedians for the movie. And then Aubrey Plaza, not a stand-up comedian, auditioned for it and totally convinced them that she was a comedian.
No, have you seen like a lot of any Audrey Plaza interviews?
Yeah, she's a freak.
always on. She's like always like saying like having like the driest funny humor.
Yeah.
I really
She's
like.
got good dry humor.
She does have good dry humor because she just understands what she's doing.
Yeah.
and it's not cringe.
I really like this one comedy show where it was like a web series at point, and it was like two female comedians.
Are you talking?
And they smoke a lot and do a lot of drugs.
What?
What's the name? of this?
I have no idea.
Something
anymore.
City.
Broad
No.
City.
Broad City's a great show.
Was Broad City a web show before?
Yes, it was, and it was a great web show, and it turned into a great comedy
I
show.
like how in like the early 2000s, everyone was making their own web show about like living in an apartment with their friends, and now
Yeah.
everyone's making a podcast.
About living in an apartment with their friends. We're so original.
We're so-
Hey,
funny.
you know what? For like, you can't rewrite the script in the beginning.
I also think a podcast is way better on average than most random web shows.
Yeah.
Because web shows so much more work, and most people's lives aren't as entertaining as they think they are.
True.
Yeah.
There's that one web show where it was like a bunch of YouTubers, and they like pretended to be stereotypes in an office. It had Jack's Films.
Oh, are you talking about
The thing by
from Fine
React?
Bros?
Yeah.
Oh, My Music?
My
Music.
music.
My Music.
I watched My Music as a kid.
Oh,
I did too.
I watched a little bit of it.
I only know what My Music is because I was watching kids react, and somebody went, "That's the My Music guy" to Jack's Film.
Oh, yeah.
And then I went, "Oh, is that a thing?" And then I watched like a minute of it, and I was like, "You know
That's
what?"
interesting.
Yeah, I was like,
I know him as the Yai guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yesterday, I
"I
asked you.
Butcher
Where he gets his audience to do the work for
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Brilliant.
He's just
Brilliant.
reacting.
Brilliant.
With his girlfriend and
you've been
dog.
on Yai.
Yes. I was in like episode 6 of Yai before.
I've been in 3.
Whoa.
That's crazy, guys. Making very unoriginal jokes.
I'm 90% sure I've also been on Yai, but I don't remember what episode it was.
Damn.
I don't remember the
More.
episode.
There were so many.
I was too
So
much.
many.
I was too much of a pussy. I never submitted anything.
You never like tweeted at him?
Oh, I did it a lot.
The only person I ever like added was Tobuscus on Facebook.
Damn.
on Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook.
That dates.
Throwback.
And he
Yeah,
never
that really
responded,
dates
and then
that.
I was like, my life is over.
Yeah,
I
just like
never-
Tobuscus' life fell over.
Really foreshadowed shit.
Speaking of lives that are over, Miguel and I, we binged all of Boo Bitch on Netflix.
We only binged it because we were like exhausted that day. We're like, we just want to watch TV.
Yeah.
We haven't gone and like watched TV, and then I realized it was a show, and it was only 20 minutes per episode. We're like, we're gonna watch one episode, and it's cringy.
It's
It's
so cringe.
it's so cringe.
You bet.
But
Oh my god.
but
The amount of cringe.
we were like, you know what? We'll watch one more episode, and then whatever. And then they committed super hard to a few bits, and then you're like 80% cringe, 20% genuine laughs, and I love that because then I'm always laughing.
Yeah.
Because I'm either like, this is so much. Dude, Brendan came in from work and was like, I can't serve myself food while it's playing. While it's playing. Yeah. He wasn't even like, I can't eat in the room. He was like, I can't serve myself food.
Yeah, like one of the bits that they did was basic premise of the show, like two girls in
spoil
high
it.
school.
Yes, we're gonna
Spoil it.
spoil
We're gonna spoil it. It's Boo Bitch.
alright,
It's
okay,
8
okay.
episodes.
Go
not
to
good.
this timestamp.
We have bookmarks.
Okay.
They can figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basic premise of the show, these two like best friends in like senior year of high school, they go to a party. After the party, they get hit by a truck and
They get
Die.
No, a truck hits a moose,
sorry.
and the moose goes flying and hits them.
and
Hilarious.
crushes one of the girls.
Can I railroad
That's
on moose real
hilarious.
quick? Just real quick. 'Cause
What?
Did you know mooses can dive underwater?
Like
60
hands?
feet? No, they could just go underwater 60 feet. Like
What?
60 feet down.
Why
quickly?
why can they do that?
I don't know.
So they
Probably-
can chase you down
Probably to get like food.
because they're apex predators.
And they like eat seaweed or
I
something.
mean, they are.
that does
Okay.
make them scarier.
Aren't they also
Yeah.
like the last species of those large ice age creatures? They're like the last ones on the planet.
Like megafauna, right?
Megafauna, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Not surprising. They live in a freaking like Alaska and stuff.
Yeah.
They fucking chase off bears.
They're huge.
They're huge.
So,
I would love to have one as like a mount.
Anyways,
reminding
so,
me of like Teddy Roosevelt.
we get an Alaska house and we just have a pet
Moose
moose.
farm.
A moose farm?
No, a moose
get-
reservation.
But yeah, getting back to
Anyways,
Kodak Bear.
Moving on to the
Moose-
dead people.
Moose crushes this girl.
Okay, yeah.
And now she's a ghost.
Okay.
And the girl is the girl from All the Boys I Loved Before.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we just headcaned it. That's a sequel.
Okay. Yeah, he said it's a sequel to the first movie.
Yeah.
And the other two movies didn't happen.
And for some weird reason, Noah Santonino
It's
is
not
not
in
there.
it. Yeah,
not
it's not
in
in
it.
it. It's
She,
She
not
like
in it.
moved to another school or something.
There's
I
no
am
lacrosse team on this one,
50%
so he's
sure
not
it's
here.
by the same production company as the one that does all the Noah Centineo movies.
Yeah.
I'm like pretty sure
Watch so many of those.
because there was a lot of actors.
They're great.
They are
They are
great.
kind of fun.
And I realized it when one of the male leads was in two Noah Centineo movies, and I was just like, I bet this is the same production company.
Yeah. Anyways, so like one of them is a ghost, the other's not. And like one of the bits that they have is just like when her like ghost powers go off the rails, like lights start flickering and like stuff until she puts her earbuds in. And then she gets really popular and blows up on TikTok. And so everyone at the high school wears a set of like AirPods for the rest of the show.
It's so funny.
Every moment I
Brendan?
turn my head to the
Brendan?
screen, I'm like,
Yeah, Brendan commented on it every time he walked in.
What is going
he
on?
Was like, why are they all wearing AirPods?
This is
That's
stupid.
so fucking stupid. And I was really
Dude, they must have made bank from that.
and I was like, this is what? No one does this.
but
Who
it's-
does this?
It's so
People walk around in AirPods.
yes,
like-
yes.
when you're interacting socially with your friends at school, no, don't do that. That's weird.
They're showing solidarity with the ghosts.
solidarity while you speak.
Me and Dyson,
like,
I think we were talking about. We'd like give it like a C because it was just like pretty entertaining.
C
but,
for cringe.
But yeah, C for cringe. Yeah, and it's her friend trying to help her move on for like the twist that's so fucking obvious the entire show. Like so obvious. Like I don't understand how they expected to even surprise like a 5-year-old.
Okay, what's
That the other girl is the actual dead one, and she just is trying to help her friend live her high school life.
Yeah.
So she's haunting
And,
her.
and I'm like, how do you expect the audience to not notice that no one interacts with the other friend?
You know what's great though? They knew that the audience would catch on super early because they had a joke about the happening, and like this girl's dad was like, I always knew the kid was dead the entire time.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it!
Oh, the dad. Every single dad joke was hilarious.
Where humor's coming from
The dad's a
nowadays.
doctor, and the girl's like having like a heart to heart to
Yeah,
him.
being like goodbye, crying, but she's like, when I go to college, because she like doesn't
She
want to.
thinks she's a ghost who's gonna pass on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and her dad's like, I still have. And then he pulls out like a canister of like edibles while he's on the
right
job.
outside the hospital. She goes, the only thing I wish is that I could have smoked with you once. And he's like, well, it's not too late. And he pulls out edibles at the hospital. And you're just like,
That's good.
you're like, sometimes they do it. Sometimes they get a joke in.
Oh, that's good.
Well,
Yeah, it's
I apologize for getting so angry at the show, though. I was a little too angry.
It's fine.
At it.
It's fine. You were stressed. And then you came in and it was just utter cringe.
And I'm just like,
Yeah, it's okay to get angry at things sometimes. Overly angry. Over things, little things like
you did see me
like
though.
potatoes.
Yeah, I was like stomping on the ground like a frog and yelling at Dyson and Miguel. It's like, ah! So much gremlin energy when I came in.
yeah.
You
Dathan
were
has
saying about potatoes?
yeah. Dathan has a little vendetta against baked potatoes.
I don't have a vendetta. It's just that like my mom, like when we were like growing up, my mom would make like stuffed potatoes, but like that would be the entire meal. And like it did bother me, like when I was younger that I didn't like my family didn't have a lot of money.
So
So
economic recession.
yeah,
You grew
but
up
as
then.
a little kid,
thought it was 'cause you're Irish.
without the hindsight and the perspective on the world, and like that like maybe my parents are stressed out about money too, more so than you are, little Dathan. Oh, you can't go on a field trip, okay? Your parents are like $5,000 in debt. I would throw tantrums. I'd have these potato panics. And one time my mom like pulled out potatoes But it was basically just like she didn't have any of the stuffings. Like she didn't have like the bacon bits or the sour cream. And I fucking smacked the potato tray on the ground and I said, seriously? This is the slop you're feeding me? Do you know how little like nutrition is in this potato? And you're not even gonna give me sour cream or anything?
Like sour cream is more nutritious.
Oh my god! I mean, you know, like
You were just like, it's all. If you're not gonna give me nutrition, give me flavor.
Can you explain
Yeah.
your haircut at the time too?
what?
Your haircut? What the?
What kind of haircut did you have?
At that time, I don't know. I don't
was a
remember.
child.
I was a child. I don't remember how young, and I'm gonna continue to pretend like I don't know how young I was, because I was maybe a little too old to be smacking trays of potatoes.
You're like in retrospect, I probably made my mom feel real bad.
Oh, I made my mom feel horrible. Yeah, I just had no perspective as a little kid.
Yeah, well, you're a little kid.
I mean, yeah,
so-
when you're young, you're just so unempathetic,
and you're always like
because
self.
the world revolves around you.
Yeah.
You don't know, you don't understand that other people, dude, lived entire lives.
Yeah, you don't understand that like your mom started having a family when she was 15, like way too young.
Whoa.
Didn't get to have like the childhood you really got to have. Like, yeah. And yeah, the haircut that you're talking about, are you talking about the faux hawk that I had? I got
imagine little Dathan with a
Dude,
faux hawk.
I've only,
He's like, fuck potatoes.
I have seen middle school. I think middle school you with a faux hawk
Sorry,
in
it
the
was loud.
Taekwondo uniform.
Yeah, so I was in Taekwondo and I thought it was super sick to get a faux hawk. So I asked my mom and the hairstylist did it. And when the hairstylist styled it, it looked actually pretty good, I'll say. It looked pretty all right.
Would you get it again?
No.
Dude, imagine going from where you're at to a faux hawk.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
maybe for like a $200 donation on stream or something.
I would do it too. I would do it with you, and we'd start doing
a
karate
green and
again.
black faux hawk.
I'll get a faux hawk colored with the citrus mix colors.
Ooh, I'm the green. I'm the green, and you're the yellow.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember watching, I think it was like some 80s movie, martial arts movie, where a guy had a faux hawk.
Karate Kid?
And I thought it was dope, so I got the haircut. And yeah, I got really into Taekwondo, and I had this faux hawk, and I remember getting into this competition when I was a little kid, and there was this like really high competitor, this like really strong kid. I'm not going to say his name, but he's from like a prominent Taekwondo family in California.
He's like a known.
He's a known name.
Like the Silicon Valley
Like
name.
his family has a chain of schools across California.
Like the Gracies, but not the Gracies.
Yeah. And so I was like, holy shit, he's in my weight class. He's in my age. Like, I might have to fight him at this tournament. So I really got in my head. And then this one kid came up and we started talking. And I was like, I've always been a little shit. I like bits. I was just like, dude, that kid has killed people in the ring. That kid hurts. He kicks hard. His dad beat him and made him strong. And the kid was like, what? He's like, that guy? And he's like, yeah. He's like, what's his name? And I gave him his name. And he's like, I fight him first round. And the kid literally cried a little.
Dude, it's like, remember that scene in Suicide Squad where they're talking like, my dad like put me in a box with rats.
Oh yeah, piece of
That's what
yeah.
you're doing to this kid.
Yeah. And this kid is like, I just got my black belt. Like, and I was like, yeah, that dude almost has a second Dan, which he did, which means like he's almost had his black belt like twice. Like I think it's 2 years minimum that before you can get the next Dan. And he was basically crapping in his pants. He was so scared. His coach came over and like hyped him up. And then the kid literally like embarrassed this strong badass kid that I was honestly shaking in my boots about. Literally like kicks him in the head, like knocks him around the whole time. The kid didn't score 1 point on him.
Damn.
Oh, damn.
Poor little Dathan.
And then he came back and he was like, dude, like, you're an asshole. I mean, he didn't say that because we were like 11.
But he was like meanie.
Yeah, he was like, "You're a meanie, dude. You're a liar.
You're a stupid head.
yeah."
Stupid head.
Yeah, and then I got what I deserved because I went up against another really good guy, and he
Wipe the floor with you.
I mean the kid was really short. He was like really short for our weight class,
But he was stout.
But he was stout, and when I was going up, I was like, this is gonna be no problem. And my coach warned me. He was like, "Dude, watch out for this kid. This kid knocks people out."
Because at 11, your body's fragile.
Yeah.
Like a hard hit hits hard.
Yeah, and I think the age bracket was like 10 to 12 or something, and this kid was 12. So he looked like he was starting like puberty early. Like he looked
Yeah,
built.
because you're like, we're in the same weight class, but I'm like thinner and taller, and he's like, his muscle mass is starting to form.
Yeah, and I literally told my coach, I was like, I can just grab his head and and I was short. I was like 4'12", and he was I'm not 4'12", 4'11", and he was much shorter than me.
Much taller than
Yeah,
me.
you had a big growth spurt, right? Like you said.
13, I like shot up into like like low 5 feet, and then I just got taller and taller, and then by
And then you
like
didn't stop.
yeah, and by like 10th grade, ish, I was like
6'4".
yeah, like 6'4", 6'5".
A lot of people don't know this, but the appeal is filled with tall guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, except Brendan.
Yeah,
You wanna
Brendan's
know how
a short
tall I
stack.
was?
He's
Brendan's
like
age-
5'10".
Brendan's,
You wanna know how tall I was
Brendan's are short.
at age 11?
5'10"
At age
Brendan's
11.
our short
short,
Yeah.
5, yeah.
At 11, I
king.
was like 3'5".
Yeah.
I was like 3'4".
No way.
Yes, I was.
You were not
Dude,
3'4".
all the girls, all the boys older than me
Is-
walked by me and were like, "Oh, little guy."
Is calling someone a pygmy offensive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not as
Thanks.
offensive as fucking people on TikTok calling people NPCs.
That's offensive.
It's so weird how commonplace it is now for people to call everyone in the background an NPC on TikTok in the comments.
I remember when that was like right-wing rhetoric to call people you didn't agree with NPCs to dehumanize them.
That's weird. I
It's-
walk like an NPC sometimes just to keep my sanity.
That's
though.
like the new sheep.
Yeah.
Or like
I think you're
No,
right.
people just call people like they're like you're because you know how like being the main character of your own life became a thing.
yeah.
It became don't have any shit like a trend started where people would just be on TikTok and like don't have anxiety, talk to a cute girl you like, and then they'd sit next to a girl and be, like while they were saying that,
Yeah.
eat lunch with a random person, and then he sat down at a random like stuff like that, or like dance on a table, and it's like it doesn't matter, everyone's NPCs. Yeah, it's like you don't have to worry, and that kind of just became a thing where it's like don't give a fuck about what you do because nobody's opinion really matters. They're all NPCs.
Oh my god.
Yikes.
I mean,
This,
like
have some
TikTok,
standards,
TikTok
though.
is so toxic.
It is.
It's creating this like self-absorbed like generation where like you're like I'm an influencer with my 2,000 followers on TikTok.
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
probably mostly a robot.
I feel like such an old fogey saying it, but I'm like, it's not healthy to publicize very personal details about your life.
Like local school drama.
And because it gets shown to people.
Yeah.
And like I remember when the first time I ever deleted TikTok when I first downloaded it was because I got like 17. I think it was like I think they were freshmen in college. But I think I remember showing you Dyson. It was like about this like just cheating drama. Just being
Yeah.
completely aired out, like names, places, stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, like fuck that guy. He's a cheater, sure, whatever. But this isn't
I don't need to know this.
I'm a stranger on the internet. This is for you guys to deal with. For him to have a reckoning with his friends or whatever.
Yeah, like, I don't need to know the street
Like,
he lives on or the dog's name he has. Like, that's
Like,
not
I-
things I need to know.
I'm not gonna be hating on a random person who cheated on you because I don't
people
know
will.
you. Yeah, people will.
like
If I'm-
that one.
if I'm being honest, cheaters like out there, like, cut yourself some slack because you probably cheated for a reason.
I agree that there are like a lot of situations where people can cheat.
Yeah.
Like abusive situations and, stuff.
And if you
But
are cheating
I don't-
now, currently,
I
maybe
wouldn't
talk
say
to
like,
somebody about
I
it.
wouldn't say it's like good on most bases. I would say
No.
I would say it's like
95% of the time a bad idea.
Well, yeah, it's a bad idea, but humans make bad ideas and humans need to move past them sometimes.
Yeah, but I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't cut yourself some slack.
I would just say, I think I
guess you're right,
understand
yeah.
what you're trying to say. You're trying to be like anti once a cheater, always a cheater mentality,
Thank you, Miguel.
which I agree with you.
I agree.
That was just the phrasing.
I'm bad at this. You all know that. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. But yeah, it's like that one guy from
New York or whatever.
York.
The guy who was just kind of like
He was just a player.
an NYU douchey guy.
Yeah.
Who like did you ever see that one? I forgot what his name was, but his name went viral because this one girl had like a bad date with him, but a very like stereotypical bad date you'd have with like not as bad as a frat guy, but like right below that.
Is this just a regular guy or is this a celebrity?
Regular
Regular
guy.
guy.
And so somebody made a TikTok where they said his name and they talked about him and it went viral. And
Because like a lot of other women were like, I had the same experience with this one
with
douchey
this
guy.
and everyone who had gone on dates with him on Tinder was basically just dragging him, and then people were doxing him. And then the original person who posted it was just like, man, honestly, wasn't bad enough experience for this person to get just doxed. It was just a bad date. And now everyone's talking about this guy. And every story that came out was like, he just wanted to have sex on the date. And I was like, yeah, he sucks, but like, doesn't need millions of people saw.
Yeah.
Like,
Millions.
What if you were him?
yeah.
What would you want to happen to you?
I think it's just become really regular for people to try to dox people who they think like have like inappropriate behavior.
Which is a lot of people because,
Yeah, the internet doesn't get to be the shouldn't get to be the
It's this
judge.
like idea that it's like badass to put people in their place.
like
Yeah.
we're not Judge Dredd
Well,
guys. We're not
Or
Sylvester Stallone, the stallion.
best descriptor.
it is.
Or juvenile justice.
Juvenile justice.
You bad. No, sorry, Sylvester
frickin'
Stallone. I love
judge.
you.
The judge who hates children.
Yeah,
And like the show's like concept is that children are bad and they're trying to get away with terrible things.
yeah.
What a great concept for a show.
Horrible. Yeah, I was like,
Like, for like content.
yeah, they're like all the kids who commit crimes. They commit crimes because they're bad people. No child is innocent. It's just like the whole philosophy behind the main character, and she's proven right.
Right.
It's so funny.
I mean, it's her
It is
narrative.
hilarious. But yeah, about K dramas, Dyson. While Dyson was cooking, I started being like, you know what? Because I mentioned I was like, I don't really watch K dramas much because it's like they're always super long.
Yeah.
They're always like an hour, 10 minutes, and it's subtitled. And I'm like, I don't always just want to read subtitles for like an hour, 10 minutes unless it's a movie.
Yeah.
And but then I realized Netflix has Spanish dubs. And I was like, is it as bad as Netflix's English dubs of Korean TV shows? Which, have you Squid Game's English dub?
awful.
Horrible.
Unwatchable.
I couldn't. I have to watch it.
Unwatchable.
What's
I
Squid
agree.
Game?
Netflix has been
Korean.
allowed
Yeah,
to
I
get
prefer
away
it
with
in
some
that.
real sloppy
more.
work.
And I threw on like a Spanish dub, and I was like,
The Spanish dub is fire.
great.
You know why?
I
Because
was like, fantastic.
just the industry of Spanish dub is just
It's bigger. It's
very
bigger.
well
It's very-
organized.
Like
and-
I saw that one Ryan Reynolds movie on Netflix, and the dude who voices Ryan Reynolds matches his cadence perfectly, like exactly. But getting bad,
really?
yeah. I watched it with my dad, and I was like, and my dad was like, he plays Ryan Reynolds in like the last 3 or 4 movies he's been in.
I gotta learn.
They tend to get the same people to like do one single actor.
I gotta learn Spanish so I can actually enjoy anime for
I
what
was
it is.
watching K dramas just in Spanish because I was like, I don't need subtitles. I can actually be on my phone and watch K dramas now because they have good Spanish dubs, and it'd be hilarious because Dyson would watch some of it and then like go back to cooking or go back to his phone, and because he doesn't understand what they're saying because it's in Spanish, his brain would just be like Korean.
And the dub's so good.
And the dub's so good, and it matches the lips and everything.
Yeah.
Dyson, when he would look back up and see that they were Korean, his brain would just be like, they're speaking Korean. until they went like Señorita Wu, and then Dyson would just start laughing, and I'd be like, "You just remember they're speaking Spanish," and he's like, "Yeah."
Oh my god.
It's so funny. I'll just be on my phone, and then they'll say like leche, and I'm like, what? Wait a minute, that's not Korean.
Also, the show is. I don't know what it's named. The name of the show will be right here. But it's also a wild concept. It's like this group of people. It's like the Soul Society and like Bleach or whatever.
Oh.
But they stop people right before they commit suicide by terrorizing them and making them be like, I don't want to kill myself. And it's just crazy.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Didn't I try to read a book about a library?
What?
Kind of like that.
Oh,
the Midnight Library.
Boring.
Milk toast.
Should have been a
book.
novella, but was like 300 pages instead.
Yeah.
It got kind of depressing when it got to the bar
Could've been
part,
a
and I
short
kind of
story.
stopped. It would have been a great
Honestly,
short story.
as a short story, if it was just like we see one life and then a montage of lives, I actually think would have been solid.
It'd be like
Yeah.
a cooler version of A Christmas Carol.
But then I remember when we got to the third life, and I was like, just learn your fucking lesson already.
Yeah.
Oh
on.
my god!
We know how this is gonna end. Just do it.
I'm gonna be honest. I lied in the book club when I said that I had read the whole book. I only read half of it.
You didn't finish it?
I read half of it and then I BS'd while we were discussing it, and I got it all right.
You son
No.
of a bitch. I read that
You're so-
entire thing.
I read half of it physically, and then I was like, I cannot read it. And then I was driving back to San Diego, I remember, and I was like, I'm gonna buy the audiobook on Audible with my credit because there's no way I'm gonna finish it without putting it on an audiobook.
Yeah, I listened to it as an audiobook because that's just how I can get through books easier.
Yeah.
And yeah, it
Yeah.
was okay.
Like, and there's just so many like lives she has to go through to learn. It was painful.
I like the idea though of reading on camera though, like as a
Reading on
stream.
camera.
What?
Yeah, like popcorn.
Like an Audible's like stream.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can
I don't
get
think
that
that
to
would
work.
do good. Yeah, I don't think that would work.
No?
I think if the only like Corpse Husband reads, but not on stream. It's on YouTube videos.
Okay.
Like, and he just creepypasta because he's got like his like.
I'm Corpse Husband.
Oh, it's fake. He's got a sexy voice.
But now I want to watch this TV show you mentioned. Sounds interesting.
It's
Stop
buck
before they
wild.
It is
die.
book wild, but the episodes are an hour long, and I'm on episode 3.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a long episode.
It's
Yeah.
like one episode a day.
it is like one
sort of
episode
deal.
a day. Though it is, yeah. Even though I love just being able to just key in at any point because I know Spanish. But I like how Dyson views it, where he just watches like 60% of it.
And I can just like guess like what. Like I'll just ask Miguel for like more context if I don't know, and it's fun to watch it that way.
Because I'll just explain it, and I always go the Joker moment.
Oh my
Holy
god!
fuck. The first
We're
person.
going back to Joker
no,
concepts.
the first. I mean, I have to.
Yeah.
The first person the main character saves from like suicide is because it's like this woman whose high school bully is now like famous for writing a webtoon that's about a girl getting revenge on her high school bullies. And she's like, I was bullied in high school, but she wasn't. And like the girl's like wants to commit suicide, and you're like, I wonder what the bullying was. And we see it, and it's like,
And she's
Nicole-
like, "You're going to laugh every time I click this pen." And
as they're kicking her on the floor and pouring milk on her and saying, if you don't laugh, you'll die. Oh my god! And they're like just beating
Terrorizing
the
her.
living shit out of her,
Shoving
and
paper
being like,
down her
being like,
throat.
maybe it'd be better if you killed yourself, and then being like. And like leaving notes, calling her like names in her locker,
yeah,
and
and
clicking
then
the
like,
pen.
and then they're like on top of the like the roof of the school, and the bully's like, you know what? I think I'll just play with your friend instead. And then she's like, no, and grabs the pen and starts clicking it and laughing to like appease her. It's
Yeah, because they're like,
That might make
whenever
me
this
cry.
pen clicks, you have to laugh. And so every time she's laughed, she's crying. And you're just like, Dude, Dyson was just like, if South Korean bullying is just this harsh normally, fuck. I don't want to be.
I'd rather be homeschooled. Fuck that.
Dude, you're like, fuck. They're making her into the Joker.
That's all.
But it's great because of how like shit like that.
I feel like she'd be worse than the Joker. The Joker just kind of had a crappy hand with some
I don't know.
gambling
I feel like
debts.
it's kind of hard to create the Joker.
Yeah. Like yeah.
Oh,
Unless
but
you're right wing media.
video idea. We
Creating
made
the
the
Joker.
Joker.
We made Dathan into the Joker by abusing him both mentally and physically and gaslighting him for 13 months.
hitting cameras all around the
Every
apartment.
episode, you just see me looking more and more.
like the Joker.
Yeah.
This is one episode where you just like go like this with like lipstick on your mouth.
Because we put like a camera in the mirror.
butt naked.
Like on one episode, like you can only see one side of your face, and at the end you turn and there's a gas like stitched together.
You wanna know how I
These scars.
Yeah.
It's like, Dathan, you're perfect.
Yeah, on live stream, we blow up, but what it takes is me killing everybody in here on live
And
stream.
one of our friends from up north coming back down as a vigilante to take you down.
Shit.
Who would it
And-
be? I don't know.
Yeah.
Someone cool
Why
though.
has this been brought up multiple times?
Because we love the Joker.
Because
We
we're
love the
such
Joker.
fans.
Well, we did.
Yeah,
We
but
talked about
no,
it last
but
stream.
like specifically,
that
like
stream.
one of our friends having to become a vigilante to get justice.
Yeah, we do, because we like talk about everyone getting killed in the apartment a lot, and
Yeah.
then we're like, someone has to get revenge.
Someone has to rise up.
And I like how we're always so confident that someone will.
Yeah.
There will be someone to rise from the ashes.
Even though like almost none of our friends have visited us.
you guys
They'll
always
come for vengeance.
You guys
come-
always pin the Joker
Well, yeah.
part on me though, not Dathan, because I'm like, I make jokes.
You have green hair too.
you do, you have green hair.
Yeah.
You got a big smile.
You do have a big smile.
Fine, I'll stop smiling.
You don't have to stop smiling. Never smile. Every time I click this pen, I want you to stop smiling.
That's a good bit though. That's a good bit.
Yeah. That was.
Get Miguel a pen.
That's. You guys want to call it here?
Yeah, I think this is a good place.
Yeah. Thank you for watching us
Thank
or
you for
listening.
listening.
We have all of our socials down in the link in the description.
Yep, do we do?
If you liked this, feel free to subscribe, follow us on Twitch and all of our socials. We post the Peel every Wednesday on podcast platforms and Friday on YouTube.
And hit that bell if you're on
Yeah,
there.
hit that bell.
Yeah, and every time we say welcome to the Peel, if you don't subscribe, we'll find you.
And we read every comment.
And we do read every
We do
comment,
read
and sometimes
every
they
comment.
hurt.
If you ever see a lemon or a lime just randomly in your house, know we're watching.
Yeah. You all have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.